Hello, my friends. Today I am going to read you Pirate Treasure of the Onyx Dragon. You and your sister Hannah spot your Aunt Lydia at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport as you exit customs. She is waving her handkerchief in your direction as she calls, "Oh, yoo-hoo! Here I am!" Aunt Lydia is your father's older sister. During the school year, you and Hannah live in Egypt. On weekends, you work on archaeological digs. Although you are young, your knowledge of Egyptian hieroglyphics is a valuable tool on these digs. Ever since your father disappeared on a dig several years ago, your aunt has insisted that you and Hannah spend your summers at the family house on San Juan Island. Dusty trenches in foreign countries during blazing hot summers are no place for you and your younger sister, she maintains. While you're away on San Juan Island, your mother continues to work on the dig, thinking your aunt's invitation for the two of you to spend summers in a cooler climate is a splendid idea. Every time you return to the majestic beauty of the Pacific Northwest, you agree. Here's Aunt Lydia. Aunt Lydia commandeers a red cap for your luggage, and the three of you walk into the bright sunshine. Whenever you see sun in Seattle, you smile to yourself, although it definitely rains in the Pacific Northwest. Summers tend to be sunny and comfortably warm. Lydia is a famous art historian known around the world for her expertise in Asian art. Within your family, she is known for being rather eccentric. She has a strange style of dressing. Today, Aunt Lydia looks like she's heading out on safari. Leather boots, a green linen skirt and jacket, a pith helmet, and a pointed walking stick. She is quite unusual, but she is also your favorite relative. Last summer, you found your father's high school diary at the bottom of an attic trunk. In it, he wrote about his search for a treasure ship that sank off the coast of San Juan Island. Day 63 in my search for the sunken ship, the Onyx Dragon. Have told Lydia about my discovery of Great Uncle McGregor's letter. She seemed strangely upset and tried to warn me against continuing my search. As a precaution, I have ripped the directions off the bottom of the letter and hidden them. I don't want any more of Lydia's pesky interference with my plans. According to the research you've done over the past year, the Onyx Dragon has never been found. You've spent hours trolling the internet for ancient Northwest shipping routes, ship cargo manifests, the tales of unrecovered treasure, and downed boats. You subscribe to an amazing wreck site, granting you access to maritime charts, wreck data, and a recovered artifact database. You've even discovered an obscure nautical archive that keeps records of violent storms and the ships they've claimed. The Onyx Dragon is prominently featured in the year 1852. All year long, you've been planning to continue your father's search for the ship. Any chance we could look for that treasure ship? The Onyx Dragon? You ask Aunt Lydia hopefully. For a moment, your aunt looks stunned as she whisks you off to San Juan Island in her vintage 1969 Lamborghini. That ship has been down on the bottom of that sound for more than 130 years. If no one has found it yet, I doubt they ever will. She laughs darkly and presses her foot down on the accelerator. Vroom! Her car careens around corners. At times, you swear that her vehicle is traveling on two wheels. You try to calm your nerves by making more conversation. Come on, Aunt Lydia, tell me what you know about the sinking of the treasure ship. You shout above the roar of her engine. Aunt Lydia turns her steel gray eyes on you. She slows enough for her voice to be heard. The Onyx dragon was loaded with precious cargo. Your great-great-uncle McGregor, the captain, was steering her through the Strait of Juan de Fuca. The strait is the passageway from the ocean at Puget Sound, and it's peppered with over 400 islands, less than half of which are visible at high tide. She paused and stares into the distance. The year was 1852. The ship broke up and sank during a fierce storm. For years, explorers from all over the world have been searching for the Onyx dragon's treasure. Without any luck. She pauses for a moment. That's all I know. Your gut tells you she's hiding something. There's Aunt Lydia's car speeding down the road. Strange, you think. Your father's diary made it sound like Aunt Lydia knew a whole lot more. Sometime this summer, you vow to yourself, I'm going to find out what she's hiding and why. Hannah looks at you, her flaming red hair whipping in the wind. Her eyes twinkle mischievously. That ship's just waiting for us to discover it, she whispers. After another hour of Aunt Lydia's Formula One driving, and one tranquil ferry ride later, the family's enormous Victorian summer home with Aunt Lydia now holds the title to Stand Before You. It's 3 stories high, with lots of gables, turrets, and gingerbread trim. It sits on a bluff overlooking churning water below. A small boathouse is nestled in a grove of mandarin trees at the shore. I just love this house, Hannah exclaims, jumping out of the car. It's so beautiful and big. You could get lost in it. Sometimes Aunt Lydia muses mysteriously without even trying. The house seems to hold many mysteries and memories. Wandering through its vast rooms, you feel closer to your father, knowing he spent his childhood summers here. Once again, you feel a sharp hollow in your chest, the way you always feel when you realize how much you miss him. On the 5th day of your visit, while exploring the house with Hannah, you lean against a giant urn in your grandfather's study. Suddenly, the wall next to the urn silently swings open, revealing a short, dark passageway. Hannah races down the passageway. You quickly follow. The passageway leads to a small room with leather-covered walls. It looks as if nothing in the room has been touched for years. Glancing around, you see shelves of old books, a large oak desk covered with dust, an ancient navigational telescope propped against the wall, and an enormous mirror in an ornate gilded frame. This looks like a secret study, Hannah says. One small window looks out over the bay. Furious waves smash against the black rocks below. You run your hand along the mirror's trim, admiring the gilded frame. Suddenly it slips off the wall and crashes to the floor. Oh no, Hannah wails. 7 years of bad luck. You pick up the shards of glass and crawl under the desk to get a large piece. You bump your head on the bottom of the desk. Oh! Just as you're about to howl out in pain, you look up. Wow! You cry. Look what I just found. Hannah crawls next to you under the desk to look. 2 sheets of tea-colored paper are pinned to the bottom of the desk, you discover. You unpin the paper, crawl out, and spread them out on the floor. Look at all these weird arrows and signs, Hannah says. This looks like it's written in some ancient language. Hardly, you reply with a certain smugness. It's just written backward. Look, you hold up a piece of mirror and begin translating the writer's words. Listen to this, you begin excitedly. Dearest Mariah, I am writing this on my deathbed. There is a family secret that has haunted me for a long time. I will not take it to my grave. It has to do with our brother McGregor's ship, the Onyx Dragon. On a cold, blustery eve in 1852, his vessel had nearly reached its final destination, Seattle. The trip from Shanghai, China, had been rough and difficult, and McGregor was anxious as the ship was carrying a large cache of precious stones and gold, as well as the infamous emerald, the Star of Asia. The treasures had been recovered from the infamous pirate Lucy Morale, whose craft the Compass Rose had been discovered a week earlier in the trip, capsized and sinking. As McGregor steered the ship through the Strait of Juan de Fuca, a fierce storm blew down from the north. The Onyx Dragon was wrecked in the storm, and everyone on board drowned. The ship was thought to have run aground near. The remainder of the first page had been torn off. Hannah, do you know what this is? You say excitedly. This is the letter Dad discovered while searching for the ship. The bottom's ripped off, just like he wrote in his diary. Who wrote the letter? Hannah asked quickly. Who is Mariah? Let's see, you say, thumbing through the pages of your father's diary that you keep with you at all times. According to the family tree Dad drew, Mariah was McGregor's baby sister. She was only 2 years old when he died in the shipwreck. That means the letter must have been written by McGregor's twin brother, Sean. Read the second page of the letter, Hannah says eagerly. Well, there appears to be 3 clues, you read aloud. There is a map hidden beneath the boathouse near the madrona tree. It was thrown in a bottle from the ship moments before the Onyx Dragon sunk. Find the Indian mountain spirit. He witnessed the sinking of the Onyx Dragon from high atop Mount Dallas. He can show you where the ship went down. Watch the mysterious lights in the night sky every year on the anniversary of the ship's sinking. Discover what they mean, and the treasure will be yours. This is the break we've been waiting for, you say. Which clue should we start with? Hannah asks. Okay, guys, this is where you get to decide where is our adventure going to go. So, if you decide to search for the map beneath the boathouse, we have to turn to page 12. If you decide to begin by searching for mountain spirits' descendants, we have to go to page 20. And if you choose to pursue the mysterious lights, we turn to page 24. You guys need to decide. So you put your choice in the comments below, and then when I come back to read, I will make sure to turn to the page that you guys choose. Okay? I miss all of you very much, and I can't wait until we read again. Have a great day.